If you've been feeling stuck lately, it might not be because your life has nothing good in it. It might be because your mind has stopped noticing what is good. Today we're exploring a quote Oprah Winfrey shared. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. Now, let's be clear. This is not about pretending everything is fine. This is not about forcing positivity when you're hurting. This is about something more practical, training your attention so your life stops feeling smaller than it really is. Because what you repeatedly notice becomes your reality, not as magic, as psychology. And in the next hour, I'll walk you through a simple framework. How praise changes perception, how celebration changes behavior, and how both can change your momentum starting today. Your brain is not neutral. It has a built-in bias. It scans for problems faster than it scans for blessings. That bias helped humans survive. But in modern life, it creates a quiet tragedy. You can be safe and still feel unsafe. You can be progressing and still feel behind. You can be loved and still feel alone. So when Oprah says praise, she's not talking about flattery. She's talking about recognition. Praise is the act of naming what's working, what you handled, what you survived, what you're building, slowly. And here's the key. When you name it, you strengthen it. If your mind only records failure, you become fragile. If your mind also records effort, you become resilient. Because resilience isn't pretending you're strong. It's remembering evidence that you are. Let's talk about celebration. Most people think celebration is a reward you earn after success. But psychologically, celebration is fuel you create before success. When you celebrate small progress, you send your nervous system a message. We are moving. We are capable. Keep going. That message matters, especially when motivation is low. Celebration doesn't need fireworks. It can be micro-celebration, a quiet good job after you do the hard thing, a deep breath after you set a boundary, a moment of gratitude after you choose discipline over impulse. Why? Because your identity learns from repetition. If you repeatedly celebrate quitting early, your identity becomes someone who stops. But if you repeatedly celebrate showing up, your identity becomes someone who returns. And that identity will carry you on the days feelings won't. Here's where people get trapped. They confuse praise with performance. They only praise themselves when they look impressive, when they earn more, when they appear happier than someone else. But praise is not comparison. Praise is connection. Comparison asks, am I ahead? Praise asks, what is real in my life right now? And real life is usually quiet. A healthy body that carried you through a hard year. A friend who answered your call. A morning where you didn't give up. A decision you made that protected your future. When you praise those things, you stop living for an audience. You start living for alignment. And that is where peace begins. Now, the hardest part, adversity. Some days, life hurts, and it would be cruel to tell you, just be grateful. So let's name two truths that can coexist. This is hard, and I can still find one honest win today. Not a fake win, a real one. Maybe the win is you didn't send the message that would destroy the relationship. You went to work even though you felt heavy. You asked for help instead of isolating. You said no for the first time in months. That's not romanticizing pain. That's refusing to let pain define you completely. Because celebration in adversity is not celebration of suffering, it's celebration of your agency. Now I'll give you a framework you can use anytime, especially when life feels dull or heavy. I call it the praise audit. 1 page, 5 questions. P, present. What is present in my life that I usually overlook? R, resilience. What did I handle this week that I once thought I couldn't? A, alignment. What decision did I make that matched my values? I, impact. Who did I help even in a small way? S, small wins. What tiny progress deserves acknowledgement? E, evidence. What is one piece of evidence that my life is still moving forward? This is not journaling for aesthetics. This is attention training. Because if you can't recognize progress, you won't protect it. And if you don't protect it, you lose it. So, your job is simple. Collect evidence until your mind becomes a fair witness of your life. Welcome back. Here's the deeper lesson. Celebration is not a mood, it's a standard. It's you saying, I will not live a life where the good goes unnoticed. Insight is beautiful, but it only becomes benefit when it becomes a system. Use the 24/7/30 rule. 24 hours, 1 celebration ritual. Example, write 3 wins before bed. 7 days, 1 weekly moment of praise. Example, every Sunday, list what improved: health, work, relationships, discipline. 30 days, 1 structural change. Example, reduce 1 source of negativity. Unfollow what makes you compare. Limit news intake. Protect sleep. Because the mind you wake up with is shaped by what you repeatedly feed, and celebration is not denial of reality. It's a decision to notice reality fully. Some seasons, celebration feels impossible. If you're grieving, depressed, exhausted, don't weaponize this quote against yourself. Sometimes the most honest celebration is survival. You drank water, you took a shower, you answered 1 message, you made it through the day without hurting yourself. That counts, because you don't build a meaningful life by demanding joy. You build it by creating safety, then stability, then energy. So if you can't celebrate big, celebrate small. And if you can't celebrate small, let someone else celebrate you for a while. Connection is also a form of praise. Here's a 2-minute nightly practice. 1, name 3 wins. Not impressive wins, honest wins. 2, name 1 lesson. What did today teach me about what matters? 3, name 1 next step. 1 small action tomorrow. Do this for 30 days and watch what happens. Your life may not instantly change, but your mind will become a better home to live in. And that alone changes everything. If this helped, share it with someone who needs it. And if you want, leave a comment. Today I celebrate because what you name, you grow.